Hello, everyone, and welcome to the analysis of the Ramayana characters. Today, we will be taking a sixth look into the character of Rama. Let us begin. During the war, Rama and Ravana came face to face. Ravana was on his magnificent, swift chariot. Rama stood on Hanuman's wide shoulder and fought Ravana valiantly. A fierce battle ensued, but in the end, Rama was close to victory. Ravana stood before him. His chariot was completely destroyed and his weapons exhausted. But Rama did not press his advantage. Instead, he told Ravana, "You have fought well today. Go back to your palace, rest, and come back tomorrow, refreshed with weapons and a new chariot. Then you will see my valor." Ravana went back humiliated. Now, more than ever, he wanted to win. His brother Kumbhakarna and his valiant son Indrajit supported him with all their might, but they were killed by Rama and Lakshmana respectively. When Ravana heard of Indrajit's death, his grief was uncontrollable. The mighty king decided to fight himself and set out with a huge army. Rama and Ravana came face to face in combat. Never had such powerful warriors faced each other. Every astra was met by an equally powerful astra. The creatures of heaven and earth gathered to witness this spectacle. Lord Indra even set his chariot and with his charioteer Batali to aid Rama. Rama gladly accepted the timely help and continued to fight the mighty battle. Weapon for weapon, the two warriors were well matched. The battle lasted for 7 days and 7 nights. On the seventh night, Rama seemed to be getting the upper hand. Delaying no further, he invoked the Aditya Hrudaya mantra that sage Agastya had taught him and sent forth the Brahmastra. The astra went straight to its target. Its shattering force blew Ravana's heart. The bow slipped from his hand and he fell down. As he fell down and lay stretched on the battlefield, the gods showered flowers and sang the praises of Rama. Mother Earth was relieved of her greatest tormentor, Ravana. The death anniversary of Ravana is celebrated to this day as Vijaya Dashami, the 10th day of victory, the day when good won over evil. After Ravana's death, Rama crowned Vibhishana as king of Lanka. At Rama's bidding, and after obtaining Vibhishana's permission, Hanuman entered Lanka. He conveyed the news to Sita, who was speechless with joy. To Hanuman, Sita said that not all the riches in the world could equal the services of the great Vanara hero. He asked Sita what message she had for Rama. She expressed her simple desire to be in his presence. Hanuman returned and gave Rama an account of his visit. For some reason, Rama's face did not show much joy. He looked sad as he asked Vibhishana to bring Sita to his presence after a bath and bed decked with jewels. When Sita arrived, she proceeded towards Rama and sobbed, unable to say anything beyond the word Aryaputra, meaning noble one. Rama's behavior showed a strange transformation, which even Lakshmana could not comprehend. Without even lifting his eyes to look at Sita, Rama said, "I have killed the enemy and fulfilled my duty as a Kshatriya. What I did was not merely for your sake, but to preserve the honor of the family. We cannot live together anymore. How can a Kshatriya take back a wife who has lived in a stranger's house for so long? What will the world say? You may go wherever you please." Sita was shocked, and her heart became heavy with sorrow. Her eyes flashed fire. Rama's words did not befit the stature of his upbringing. He spoke like a commoner. Was it her fault that the wicked Rakshasa had carried her away by force? Angrily, she asked Lakshmana to kindle a fire. He looked towards Rama in anguish, but Rama did not utter a word. Lakshmana obeyed Sita, and after praying to the gods, she jumped into the flames. Out of the flames emerged Agni, the god of fire, and lifting Sita in his arms, presented her to Rama. He said, "Fire cannot burn that which is pure. Your wife is the very essence of purity. Please accept her back." Rama accepted Sita and said that the ordeal was only to satisfy the people. Rama's wife had to be above suspicion. Sita now understood her husband's actions. That is the end of this recording. Thank you all for listening. Jai Shriman Narayana.